Hi, I'm Mark Struik from Freedom Financial Planning, one of the original founding partners of the business over 20 years ago, and I provide financial advice to 80 plus client relationships in the group. I was working in lending, and I really like the idea in planning of being able to help people really build and secure their financial future. I really wanted to make them feel safe and financially comfortable throughout their life. When I was in business banking, I actually met Ryan and Richard in the financial planning side of things, and we got talking about it. I moved into planning, and then the three of us got talking about our sort of vision. It was all the same. It was all about long-term relationships. It wasn't about quick sales or quick wins. It was about how do we build like a family business for the long term. We all had the same sort of goal. So what we did is we started it together 20 years ago. For someone in their 30s wanting to just start building their own financial planning, trying to build their future, it's really about trying to get themselves in a good position. So first thing is saving some money, building up some cash, maybe a deposit for a house, getting some equity in their house, and then looking at other options, whether they borrow to invest above that, whether they start to add to super. Depends on their family situation, but just starting those simple steps. It doesn't look like much at first, but just getting a little bit of equity, a little bit of savings behind them, and it'll just build from there. The most rewarding thing about what I do is really about taking someone from point A to point B and seeing the relief on their face. They come to visit us and they say, you know what, I don't worry about money anymore. I just go on holidays, I relax, I enjoy it, and I know you guys at Freedom are taking care of everything for us. And to take someone from a point where they're worried about money to a point where they're saying, I never have to worry again, is so rewarding. That's why we're here. I guess the common problem that people have is not understanding how it all works. So they might have some super, but they don't understand they can salary sacrifice to save tax and get more in the super. They've got a large super balance later in life, but they're not sure, how do I make that income? Is it going to be enough? I've got $800,000, will that work for me? How do I generate an income stream? They don't understand that. Our job is to try and help them understand that so they can make their own decisions based on our education for them. To get results, it really doesn't happen overnight. It's not like even a year isn't usually long enough. We really need it to take over 2 or 3 years just to see the starting results, like the start of a nest egg. But really, you're sort of 5 or 10 years as to really when you see the great results. When you start looking at people's position from point A to point B in 10 years' time, it's a huge difference. But in that first year or two, it's not so clear. It takes time to build it up. But 5 or 10 years, see great results. The industry's been through a really tough period over the last 5 years or so. It's come out the other side. Hopefully the regulation is, apart from making things a bit more difficult, it's actually weeded out some of the bad operators. The industry should be able to move forward now much more cleanly. It should be able to go into the next 10 or 15 years without all the fear and concern for clients and just continue to grow, because people are always needing advice. Thinking about retirement is actually one of the most complex times in someone's life. There are so many choices, the allocated pension structures, different types of annuities, there's so many things. Centrelink, it's really quite complicated. So if you're getting close to retirement, before you do it, get advice. Come and see us at Freedom, see anyone, get some advice from someone who knows how to do it, because you can save thousands by structuring it properly before you retire. Sometimes people come to us a bit too late, and we can do some things, but we've missed some opportunities. So come and see us sooner rather than later. Tonight is our annual movie night for our clients. Tonight is about giving back to our clients. There's some information for the clients. We've got a fund manager coming to talk about one of the global share funds that they manage for our clients. But it's also about getting together as a community and enjoying the film afterwards. So we've been running these for 15 plus years. It's been great. We get between 150 and 300 clients that come along, enjoy the night, and learn something along the way as well.